So in this video, I thought it would be fun to create a little tiara to go along with our princess text. Now, the process is going to be somewhat similar to our princess font, but then we're going to do a couple of the fun things here in CorelDRAW. Just kind of thinking outside the box a little bit and be able to create something kind of fun with very minimal CorelDRAW skills. So just follow along, download the demo of EasyStone if you don't already have it. And try it out because it is kind of addicting when you're just kind of playing around with things here. So first thing, let's go. What I did is just go out here to the World Wide Web. I just typed in Tiara clip art. You see that there, and I didn't really see a whole lot that I liked, but this image is a good image because it's black. It's basic. So I went ahead and just dragged it to my desktop, and then I'm going to drag it from my desktop into CorelDRAW here. That's simple enough, right? And then what we're going to do is we're going to trace this. So trace bitmap, center line, line drawing. There you go. Only takes a second. It's a small image. There we go. Done deal. Okay? So we can go ahead and delete our bitmap. Now, it doesn't look like a whole lot, right? A bunch of squiggly lines and whatnot. But it's actually quite usable for this particular purpose. Now, I'm going to make my tiara about 4 inches. So we're going to make it about 4 inches wide right there. And then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to make a design decision. And this one here is all done in SS10s and 16s. And this one here, I'm going to do different. I'm going to do 6s, 10s, and 16s. So first thing we're going to do is come over here to our stone tab and choose 2.6 for SS6 stones. We're going to lay those down first and just click Add Stones. Okay. Now, don't concern yourself with, well, that looks crappy or not, because we're going to completely change it anyhow, so it doesn't really matter what it looks like. And that's what's fun about it. All right, so now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to come in here and we're going to apply an envelope to this. So we'll come under Effects, and we can see I already have my envelope docker open, apparently. There it is. And notice right now we don't have an Add New available to this. And that's because, well, probably because we need to group it together maybe. And now, look at that, we have Add New. So we'll click Add New, and then we can manipulate this. And we can manipulate it quite a bit here. And, you know, you can try all kinds of things. You can try bending it this way. You can try bending it that way. And you know what, that's actually kind of fun. So maybe we'll do, you know, just, there is no right or wrong. You just have to think, well, what's this going to do if I do this or that? And you know, you can just kind of play with the results here, and you know, make it whatever you want. There is no right or wrong at this point. We're just playing along here. All right. So let's just say I'm happy with that. I mean, it doesn't look like much right now, but let's just pretend that we're happy with that right now. All right. So now that we've done that, and we've created quite a mess, it looks like. But just bear with me. It'll all look a lot better here very, very quickly. So we ungrouped it, okay? And now what we're going to do is we're going to, right now all these stones are attached to a path. And they're all like ovals and all mishmash and doesn't look like anything. So we need to kind of straighten this out a little bit. So what we're going to do is come into our Selections tab and choose Delete Stone Paths. And we'll say yes to get rid of all the blend groups and all the groups and all that. And now you can see all those stone paths are gone. Now the next thing is to put these circles right back in proper order. So we're going to select all of those, come to the stone tab and hit Resize Replace, and they're all going to snap back. And you can see that there. They're all going to snap right back into place there. See there? They're all perfect circles again, which is what we need. Okay, so now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to clean up all of our circles. And basically what we're going to do is we're going to pretend that half this design doesn't even exist. So we're just going to delete a couple of things here. So then we're going to come in here, go to our Editing tab and choose Check Spacing and get rid of a lot of the overlaps. And now we're just going to come in here and we're going to just finesse the design a little bit. And like I said, every time you do this, you're going to get something different. So this is the fun part. So just have fun experimenting, moving things around, and all we're trying to do is just move these around a little bit so they're not touching. We have no idea, we're not paying any attention to the design of the tiara at this point. All we're doing is saying, hey, these stones are touching, so let's not make them touch. And the design will work itself out. That's the beauty of it. The design will work itself out. There really is no right or wrong, and anything that you don't like when we get all said and done, we're just going to change it. So we'll put that there. That looks good. Now this here, you know, sometimes we need to delete one because we have too many. Or we'll move some in, we'll move some out. You know, there's, like I said, there's no real right or wrong answer. Just move these things about any which way, and the design will work itself out. So there we go. We'll move this one in, I think. We'll move this one out. There we go. It's all coming together now. Not going to focus too much about the stones on the bottom, because I think we're just going to get rid of all those anyhow. There we go. Looking pretty good already, isn't it? No, we got to do something here. There we go. So already it's definitely taken shape in just that little bit of time. Like I said, we're going to just kind of ignore these stones right here. In fact, just to make our life a little bit simpler, let's just delete all of these. We don't need these anyhow. So we'll get rid of all those. Alright, so that's basically our tiara for this one. So we're going to select it, we're going to flip it, hold our control key down, and then right click to make a duplicate of it. And then take this stone and put it right back on top of that one. And now what we'll probably do is just come in here, and we're going to center these stones up. Center them up. Center them up. And we'll come down here and center it up. And then we're going to just see what we can do here. We're going to group these two together and then center that. That looks pretty good. So you can see that is basically what this design is going to look like. Now let's go ahead and grab a 3-point curve tool, and we'll set that, and we'll set that one down there maybe. And we're going to set our stone size to 4.4. I want those stones to be quite dramatic along the bottom. And maybe I'll even make those a different color. So we'll just change those out to crystal, and I like that. You know what we're going to do though? We're going to stretch that whole line. There we go. And then we're going to select that line again and add stones to it. That'll kind of snap those stones back into place there. And then we'll just pull that down a little bit. And that looks pretty good. So now what I think I'll do is I'll go ahead and go to my selection tab and delete stone paths. Get rid of that. That'll get rid of that path for that bottom set of stones there. And then I'm just going to move. Tell you what we're going to do. Let's go ahead and go back in here, because I do this quite often, especially on a symmetrical design like this. We get to a certain point and we need to make some more edits. Delete half of it and make the edits on one half only, because we got a touching stone here, but I kind of like this design element over here, so we're going to make those not touching and then tweak whatever we need to tweak over here. And this one here, we'll just move it up there. And any others that are too close, you know, you just come along here. Any others that we want closer, so it looks like they're attached, we can make those adjustments too. And if we want, you know, if we want to add a stone here or there just to make some more connections, we can certainly do that too. You know, there's no right or wrong answer here. And once you're happy with it, which I'm getting close, you know, you could fiddle and fiddle and fiddle, but you know what? That looks pretty good. So we're going to go ahead and I'm going to take one of these stones and just place them strategically along here. So this one's going to go there. You know what? We're going to put some inside too, because we can. So just whatever you want to do, doesn't matter. Just think about how you want it to look. And I think I'm going to leave it like that. And I'm going to put one right here. And we are going to put one at the cap too. But let's go ahead and get this mirrored over. So we're going to select the whole design. Grab that control point, hold your control key, and then right click. That'll make an exact duplicate of the design. There we go. So once again, we can delete these ones down the middle. That looks really good. And then we're going to take one of these, drop it right on top, and hit center. See, isn't that fun? And now we're just going to come in here to the editing, and we're going to check that spacing again. 5 overlapping objects. And then we'll take another close look here, and I think, you know what? I think that's going to actually work out really well. So let's go ahead and add a weed box. There's our weed box. And there's our fun little tiara. It's about 4.5 inches wide once it's all said and done. So wasn't that just kind of a fun little project just to goof around on? Now you know what I'm going to do here? I'm going to set my stone size here. I'm going to set my stone size to 3.4. And we're going to take these stones right here, and we're going to make those 10s. There we go. Just for the heck of it. For no reason other than just to be difficult. And now, I think, you know what I'm going to do here? I'm going to get rid of these 4. I'm going to drop me a big one right there. Alright. I'm going to quit playing now. So you can see, just experiment, play. This is a great design, a great technique. Using that envelope tool, throwing some stones on some lines real quick, using that center line trace function. We just threw some stones on there, and away we go. And we come out with this just by goofing around for a few minutes. So I hope you enjoyed this one. Try it out, and if you do try it out, I'd love to see what your results are. Thanks for watching.